Hello, dear students. Today I'm going to talk about challenges of writing for translation in literature. Literary translation is the translation of creative and dramatic prose and poetry into other languages. This includes the translation of literature from ancient languages and the translation of modern fiction so that it can reach a wider audience. Literary translation is of huge importance. It helps to shape our understanding of the world around us in many ways. Reading Homer and Sophocles as part of a classical education in school helps to build an understanding of history, politics, philosophy, and so much more. Meanwhile, reading contemporary translation provides fascinating insights into life in other cultures and other countries. The Oxford History of Literary Translation in English runs to 5 whole volumes. Such is the depth and complexity of the subject. History has seen countless translators come and go. Many of their names we never know, but some, like King Alfred the Great and Geoffrey Chaucer, for example, who both translated Goethe from original Latin, had the power and influence to ensure that their translation efforts were not lost to the sands of time. What are the challenges in literary translation? The translation of literature differs greatly from other forms of translation. The sheer size of the text involved in literary translation sets it apart. Recreating poetry in a new language without losing the beauty and essence of the original work is much harder. One of the key challenges of literary translation is the need to balance staying faithful to the original work with the need to create something unique and distinctive that will evoke the same feelings and responses as the originals. The cultural knowledge of the reader plays a huge part. As literary translators will attest, a single word can be extremely troublesome. The author of a work of fiction has chosen that word for a good reason. So the translator must ensure that it is faithfully delivered in the target language. Translating novels is just as tricky as translating poetry and can often be more. Example, the names. It's about recreating the atmosphere of the original novel without translating it word for word. Humor, irony, plays on words, and plot lines revealed by implication rather than explanation all serve to make this translation even harder. A further complication is the assumed knowledge of the reader.